funky.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Garrett bringing you guys the top 5 designs of the week number 28. And thank you guys so much for 11,000 subscribers. I'm actually making this video before I even hit that, but we're only like 10 subscribers off or something. So, thank you all for just subscribing, showing as much support you do for the channel. And a little update about these top 5s. I'm going to do another paid one very shortly for Halloween, so I'm gonna have a big Halloween kind of theme and stuff like this. So if I was you guys, I would start working on your Halloween themes and start getting some like horror themes going on, because the best one's gonna get a $20 big PayPal or something like that. Whatever I'm gonna do, but I'll talk about more of that in the next top 5, because I'm not gonna do it for a couple of weeks. But a lot of stuff to talk about we're gonna do at the end of the video, but let's get right into the top 5. So with Tomw Designs, he got a fit spot, and he did a Sora Gaming Twitter header, and I gave him a 6.5 on this one. And overall, man, it's a very good style. It's very unique and it's very clean. My personal belief is that you could have just toned down that little exposure and a little bit of a RGB split on the text. It just looked a little bit awkward. There's a lot of stuff going on, and that kind of split just kind of threw everything off. Also, with the 2D text in the middle, I felt that you could have done at least a different job if you used 3D, because I think 3D would have thrown it all together with like a nice a depth of like a purple, and everything could have blended it in a lot more. And also adding more of a little shadow on the back of the text, to create that depth field of the background and stuff like that. Overall though, man, you did a really good job. I like how you added the Sora Gaming name in the background. You kind of put it on an overlay effect. Everything looked pretty sick. The backgrounds faded really nicely together. The Call of Duty and the Rainbow Six, all that kind of stuff flowed really good together. You did a really good job blending everything. How he's pushing open the safe, how everyone's scoping in through on the area, and the left hand side, whatever that is, I can't really see. But overall, man, everything blended in together perfectly fine. You did a good job spacing out all of the logos on the left hand side and the right hand side. And overall, man, you did a really good job. So I'm giving you a fit spot, and it's 6.5. So the 4th spot, we have ItSkin or Quinn, and you got a 7.2, and you got a nice minimalist header going on. And a lot of people are starting to do this kind of style. It's very unique and it's very nice. It's kind of easy for if you have the right PNGs. But overall, man, you did a really good job. I really like how you didn't just go with the generic white background either. You kind of switched it up. Used a kind of grungy background, the fall colors, everything else blended together really nicely. You could have added a little bit more going on. I felt like the text was just a little bit awkward, and I felt like the right hand side and left hand side was a little bit empty. Maybe a couple abstract shapes or a couple extra little stocks could have done a lot more. Maybe even taking those leaves and making them bigger and blurring them to create that depth field could have done a lot. But overall, man, you did a really good job. I give you a 7.2 in his 4th spot. And for the 3rd spot, we have Hades, and he did a really kind of creative 2D, 3D, I don't know what to call this header. And overall, man, this is going to get either a lot of weird comments in the comment section below, or you guys are going to be supportive about it. But I gave this the 3rd spot because it was kind of unique. And unique in the sense that I haven't seen styles that do this. And what I'm talking about is he has everything that flows together perfectly, but instead of having, those big blotches of brush strokes for red and stuff like that, he kind of made geometric cuts inside of everything and blended it in together that way, and creating that kind of red stroke and everything around it looked very creative. I also like how you added the social links on the left hand side. It made it look really, really dope. A couple of things that you could have taken away was that kind of rectangle behind the logo that goes like diagonally through the background. Just looked a little bit awkward, maybe taking the eraser out and kind of cutting that down a little bit. And also the repetitive text on the left hand side just looked a little bit awkward. But overall, man, it's a very creative style, and if you can master this and kind of create better things, I would give you all props to that. Last thing I want to say is that logo that you used, that 3D model, looked a little bit awkward. Maybe it could have been a little bit more depth. Depth is not a word, but a little more depth, a little more 3D. The extrusion could have been a lot more. And overall, man, everything else looks pretty decent. So I'm going to give you a 3rd spot and a 7.5. So the 2nd spot, we have BehrDesigns, and I give you an 8.9, bro. And overall, it's a really dope style. You do these all the time, and I just have so many great things to say about them. I didn't give you such a higher score this time because I kept feeling that you're doing the same thing over and over again. And what I personally think is that you should start taking these styles into more comic styles and more 3D styles. In the example, you could start adding like the Riddler stuff on the bottom, or the Joker and stuff like this, like the ha-has or the cards that flying around the text. It would bring everything together more and making it more of a 3D text, Everything else would look a lot nicer, and, just blending stuff together like that could have been an insane effect. I like how you added also the colors on the text and how it's kind of grungy and that the background is kind of displaced. It looks really dope. It really matches that lightning that you have going around everything. And overall, man, if you take that into suggestion of adding the Joker kind of stuff and adding, you know, just like cards flying around, like the Riddler question marks here and there, you know, stuff like that could have done a really good job. So that's just what I have to say about it. You can do whatever you like, but that's just my personal belief. And also on your other work, you could have done the Flash, man. You know, you have the perfect style to do like DC Comics and like Marvel Comics and all that kind of stuff inside your work. So take that into consideration when you do your next project, because maybe even you'll have your new style and maybe even get the best work going on. So the first spot, we have BehrDesigns, and he did something that I haven't seen done before, and I gave you a 10 straight off the bat because this is just a very beautiful and creative style in all. The text is in the middle, of course, you know, it's what you want your eyes to be drawn to, but the highlights and shadows, man, you did an insane job because I've never seen anyone do this kind of stuff. You like highlighted the leaves in certain areas that like matched with the text, having the light source behind everything, and you really took color theory and, you know, lighting to a whole nother kind of way. I love how you even added that the lighting's coming down, it's creating those particles that's bringing up from the bottom, and then it reflects off the text, hits that skull, man, bounces off the skull, hits the leaves. You did an insane job, you know, putting everything together. And even if you did not mean to do this, you did an insane job, and you totally deserve first spot. And you did this in your other work, and it was just really insane to look at because some people just don't even take into consideration that if you have light sources at the top of the thing, it's going to light up the top, and then it'll create a shadow. But the way that you added that lighting and then had those highlights kind of orange and glowing was just an insane kind of thing. I've never seen it done before, as I said. And overall, man, you did such an insane job, and you deserve the 10, and you deserve first spot. So good job on that one, Raven, and good job to everyone, of course, that has entered into this top 5. This has been the 28th week that we've done this, and I'm sorry that I messed up on the bottom of the text. You're going to be featured in week 29, not 12. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to change that text all the time. But overall, guys, if you want to submit your stuff, please link the description below. There's going to be a little Google Forms link. You guys can submit your stuff, and you guys can be a part of the next top 5. I'm going to be doing money giveaways in a few weeks for Halloween. So, of course, guys, get pumping through those Halloween specials, those Inktober drawings, everything like that, and be ready to submit it for a huge Halloween giveaway. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section below on Twitter or my email. And of course, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers, and it's been Garrett, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.